If you're anything like me, you might get a little bit preoccupied about how your kid is meeting certain developmental milestones and how you are doing supporting them in reaching those milestones. This was huge for me this year as we pulled her out of school for mental health reasons. And then she almost decided to quit one of her beloved extracurricular activities. So you can imagine that I was feeling a lot of anxiety about how this was helping her grow if she's just going to recoil from things. And yet I also knew that because of her own nervous system development, that there was a certain window of tolerance that she had for certain kinds of things that she was experiencing. And if that window was exceeded, she was just going into overwhelm and not really learning. So the question became like, how do I support her to learn certain skills that she needed some extra support developing? What was the right container and the right environment for her to grow, for her to push, for her to maybe like reach on her tippy toes to be able to get to the next level, but not have to jump or jump off a cliff, which is what it felt like sometimes. I wanted the process to be collaborative because that's really important to me. I wanted her to feel like we're on the same team figuring this out together, helping reach goals together. And what I came up with was that she was going to go through this year making this commitment to this activity that had a finish line that was a performance this past weekend. And along the way, she could still make choices to bow out of it, but we slowed that down so that there was a process by which she could decide to leave. And it would involve her going and talking with the director, taking a couple weeks to really make sure she's communicating effectively what's going on for her and feeling into it and communicating with us and really imagining what it was going to look like if she let it go. So many times she wanted to quit. And I was just like, I hope she does it, because I could see how much she could learn by going through this journey. And at the same time, I also had to let it go. I accepted that she may not get through this year. It may not be right for her. I really thought that it was more likely she was not going to make it to the end. And I had to be okay with that. And she had to feel energetically like I really was okay with it in order for her to register that we're on the same team. That allows her to feel a certain level of safety within our relationship. She could trust that I was really going to be there to support her, that I really had her back, and that I could attune to what her experience was. That was critical. That allowed her to stay on this tightrope of, I'm not sure I can do it, I'm really uncomfortable, but I still kind of want to reach this goal that we both had. And she was just teeter-tottering there the whole time while I just held her hand and said, I know, honey, this is hard. I get it. I get it. And if you want, we can start the process to leave. And she would say, I want to quit right now. Well, we can't quit right now. That's not our agreement. But we can start the process if you're ready to start the process. Well, no, I'm not ready yet. This could have gone either way, and I really want to highlight that. This could easily have been that she decided to quit, and I would still be here telling you that this is a success story, because what we both would have learned in that case is her tolerance level for being able to handle this very difficult situation was not quite ready for the demands of the situation. And that is so okay. We just have to then find where is a different place where she can practice those skills. And so she would learn, I'm okay. I'm good no matter where I am. My mom is with me. We can get through any hard thing together by figuring out what are the supports that I need in order to grow, in order to be who I want to be in the world. And when is it too much and I get to say no, and I get to take a step back and find where it's appropriate for me to be. So hugely important lessons. The win isn't that she had a great performance this weekend. The win is the way that we stayed in connection and relationship to each other throughout the whole time, and that she was able to feel into herself. Can I do it? Do I have what I need? What's going on with me? What supports can I lean into so that I can keep going forward? There's so much richness in these conversations and just in this story. So I would love to talk with you more about it. Please let me know if you're interested in understanding more about this development of will and grit and being able to get through hard things together.